She's putting you on the spot.
I know, but
now,
how many
Jim.
times did you almost run me over?
I braked.
I braked.
You're alive.
Yeah.
She wasn't driving your Celica with no brakes.
Yeah,
so,
you're alive. Nice. I almost ran you over on the trailer because you're trying to make sure I don't drive into the fender.
He's got some extra motives here, though, and you know why? Because there's times when he needs someone to drive it on the trailer for him, and then he's called some buddies over, and we got to all help and push it on the trailer. See, he's going to have you now helping with that. That's the motive here.
Yeah, we have assembled and put some stuff together on trailers that was just in like 90 pieces pretty quick and efficiently a couple times. There are videos of us doing that. Remember like the 8 cops are there?
Yeah, there were 8 cops watching us. What were we doing? We were putting an axle on that 86?
86 lead. We were putting front suspension, rear suspension so it would roll because it was just a body and a bunch of parts. So
all of CSPD just showed up to watch us.
Like slapped together 11 on a trailer.
From Olympic City and the home of Pikes Peak, this is the Automotive ADHD Show with Matt West.
All right, and we are rocking it here on the Automotive ADHD Show. Got a loaded show for you, a really fun addition to the show. We're going to talk about learning to drive. We all start somewhere in our automotive journey. And on the show, I've got just a guy, Jim Miller, with just a daughter. She is learning how to drive. We're going to talk to both of them here in just a minute. We're also going to talk about some of the most hated modern car features. We're going to get to all of that as well as Jim's Mustang. Yeah, Jim has a, I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure it's a Mustang.
I don't have no Mustang.
You don't have a Mustang?
No, there's what? These rumors, man. These rumors. Yeah, what is that? The Mustang.
We will see about that. So that is all coming up. Of course, you've tuned into the Correct Car Show. You're not on NPR. We don't have tote bags yet, at least. Wesley Kagan supposedly is working on those tote bags. So, but
you said tote, right? Tote. Okay,
yeah.
I thought it's Colorado, man. I thought you said toke.
I
was like, no.
Clarification there.
Yeah. All right.
Then again, that might be what NPR's selling these days.
NPR, those guys, they're great. Aren't they a delight?
Oh man. So before we get to that, I do want to remind you, of course, you can catch this show. We are all across the radio in Southern Colorado. Several great radio stations to catch this program on. Of course, we're also online, YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, and more. And we are live on YouTube right now as we speak. And that's going to be something we're doing a lot more going forward.
Eat your heart out, interweb. Eat your heart out.
We're coming for Joe Rogan, man. We're coming for Joe Rogan. What do we have? A 3 million listener difference?
I think we'll have a better opportunity fighting with Whistle and Diesel than anything else.
Oh, man. But before we get to that, Jim, the colors here, the fall colors are changing here in Colorado. They are beautiful. It is spectacular. And that is driving people up into the mountains in search of those colors. Hey, you've probably seen this. There's some car groups around doing fall cruises, things like that.
It's the time to drive up the peak and go look at stuff too, honestly. Go take the old 14K freaking drive and go up there, or take the whole family and do the COG. We did the COG.
You did the COG?
We
How
just
was
did the COG.
It was really fun.
Oh, that's awesome. Now,
I like to say it was COG-tastic, but, that's just me, so...
now you got to drive.
Mind you, lots of tourists. My golly, lots of tourists. You're like, there's people from everywhere. The lady we sat across from, her son. Her son was he plays for the Broncos. What was his name? I can't remember.
I don't know. He was the number 13.
Number 13 for the Broncos. You can look it up on the interweb.
Look
I don't know, but she's like, "Oh, it's such a delight. This is so great. We're here, and we're." I was like, "Okay, cool,
nice." And just a daughter. Can I keep calling you that? Or you do have a name though, too.
Yes.
I do.
Yes,
Princess.
My name is Princess Fernandez.
Princess, glad to have you on. Now you went up the COG, up Pikes Peak.
Yes.
Are you excited now once you get your license to drive up Pikes Peak? Or is that maybe a little, I don't know.
No, I would do it.
You would do it?
Yeah.
I love that enthusiasm. That's awesome. Yeah, so now if you are chasing those fall colors, and in Colorado, I love the mountains because we have a lot of pine trees and stuff up there, mostly pine trees, and then you get these splotches of aspen trees. So you see the mountain, and there's all these splotches of yellow and orange all across there. Well, one ill-fated tourist, I should say, decided, this is in Telluride, Colorado, Black Bear Pass. They found out the hard way why perhaps a Kia Telluride is not the correct vehicle to take to Telluride.
Is this like the people? They're like, I have a Chevy Colorado. I got to move to Colorado.
Oh, man. Jim, I don't know if you can see it on the laptop screen there, but
I can see part of it. That's a Kia, correct?
That's a Kia. That's a Kia.
KIA, killed in action. I'm not going to fib to you as the Marine that I am. That is the one brand of vehicle I will never purchase, ever. You could give it to me, and I'll be like, no, you keep it.
Well, this Kia Telluride was definitely KIA. So
yes, they thought the name was going to get it through there, did they?
Yeah, they thought it did. They thought it would do it. And this comes by way of the Drive. By the way, hat tip Caleb Jacobs over there at the Drive. And
thank you, Mr. Jacobs.
And he reports that the driver of this Kia Telluride was going up the pass. Black Bear Pass is a really beautiful
Is this
park.
a Colorado native? Where's this person from?
Well, I can tell you if I'm looking at the pictures on this
Well,
thing.
the plate will give you a hint, but it's not definitive.
Oh, no, it's a red plate. That's a rental.
Oh,
that's a fleet
where
plate.
are they from? Does it say on there? I'm curious.
They are from
not here.
Not here. South Carolina.
Oh, one of the Carolinas,
and not even the good Carolina.
No.
So, yes.
Take that, South Carolina. We've called you out. You're not the good Carolina.
Yeah. Now, of course, if you listen to this show on stream,
I once knew
South
a girl
Carolina,
named Carolina, so we're good.
Was she north or south?
She's a little east and west. You know,
east and west. Okay, all right.
You're west. It's fine.
I am a west.
She
I
was
am a
east.
west.
It's
yeah.
okay.
But anyway, so this driver on here was warned by locals driving up the pass. Hey, dude, you should probably not go up the pass.
Well,
it would be a bad idea for you to go up the pass.
You have to be straight. As far as like locals or natives, however you want to word it, the Colorado types and stuff, like they're kind of like surfers of the mountains. That's always kind of put like, hey, bro, don't do that. They're whoa,
giving you the shaka.
Yeah, whoa, man, don't go up that. That's dangerous, brother. Hey, bro,
the surfers of the mountains. That's a good way to put.
It's the best way I could ever put it. In the 16 years of me being here, I can put it when you get up to the mountains and you get around like away from the transplanty towny types.
Yeah.
They are kind of the surfers of the mountains, surfers of the Rockies, if you will. They're like, oh, I got a Jeep. It's a Jeep. It's a Tacoma. It's a Toyota. You know what I mean? But they are all the surfers of the Rockies.
They will drive one of a couple of things.
Subaru, Toyota,
Tacoma,
Jeep,
all day.
Tacoma, 4Runners.
Yep. And a lot of these guys are actually, I find, driving Jeep TJs. They're not driving new Jeeps. It's always going to be a TJ.
Old stuff.
Yeah,
old stuff.
It's going to be a TJ.
Straight six Jeeps, 4.0s.
Yep.
It just goes and goes. Straight axle. You're like, what is this? It's rusted, but it goes.
So when the mountain surfer bro tells you, hey, man, don't go up there, dude. You're not going to make it.
If you really want to see it, I'll give you a ride to the top, bro. And you're like, I surfed the Rockies.
Well,
in my Tacoma.
Having said that, the sheriff's office is going to have a fun time recovering this vehicle because it is hanging off of the edge precariously. And I mean, there's like, maybe like 1,000 feet down to the bottom.
Enterprise is upset.
Yeah. So for context here, of course, if you are listening on the radio, you're listening here in Colorado, but we got a lot of people online on the podcast, on the video. And Black Bear Pass is at 11,000 feet. It starts at 11,000 feet. That's the beginning of Black Bear Pass.
It's nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah.
It will make you lightheaded if you're not from here.
The town of Telluride itself is 8,700 feet. So, this is one of those things that I feel like Colorado 4x4 Rescue and Recovery, we had them on the show. I think last year we had them on.
Yes, it was last year.
Last year we had them on the show. They are a great nonprofit who goes out and recovers these vehicles. They do it as a nonprofit, and they are
now
the reason guys like this can ultimately get off the trail. Now, having said that, this is a rental car, so the owner does not have much incentive to get it off the trail.
No.
And hopefully they signed the extra rental car agreement.
They had the insurance is what I was wondering if they had the insurance. But I was wondering, because in Colorado, and it's a little off topic, but nowadays to even go up the incline, right? You got to get reservations and blah, 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 or they might give you a fine or some other nonsense and stuff nowadays. So is Colorado, I don't want to say is Colorado the legislative bit, the politicians, are they charging people when they get all stuck like that and stuff in the middle?
That's a good question.
Because you know how they get all about that.
Yep.
They're like, oh, it's the environment and the trail and yada yada.
Well, and I don't think it's so much. I don't
just-
think it's so much the legislator, but the sheriff's department and the local search and rescue teams incur
and I know
a
that,
lot of expenses
and that
recovering
costs
this.
to go
yeah.
out, but I'm just curious
Yeah.
if they charged a recovery fee regardless, or a clearing it fee.
I don't know, and I'm gonna lean towards a no on that, because that's also why there are nonprofits like Colorado 4x4 Rescue
And they do a
Recovery.
good job. Good shout out
and they do it all on volunteer basis, donation basis. Those guys rock. So
Solid.
And they teach you how to wheel safely as well. Now, coming up after the break, we're talking Jim Miller's Mustang and more. You're listening to Automotive ADHD. Don't go anywhere.
His motor skills are just fine. Automotive ADHD with Matt West.
Oh, man. Jim Miller, just the guy's cracking up over here. And by the way,
Motor skills.
And shout out to James Fiddler helping us run the board in the background. He's making sure I don't do anything stupid, because I did a stupid thing earlier and we had some dead air, and that was on me.
I know. Fun Fiddler's back, though. He plays the guitar and not the fiddle.
I'm a little disappointed, James, that you do not play the fiddle. I'm very disappointed by that. So he says he's okay. He says he's got to lock in. He's got to lock in. But
rice cakes.
Anyway, we're doing some new stuff technologically between the video live stream and the radio feed, and we're making magic happen. And he's doing his job to make sure I'm not dumb, which that's easier said than done.
A lot of research and development happen in between.
Yeah.
So, all right, it's good.
But joining me in the studio here, of course, Jim Miller, just a guy. We've got Princess, just a daughter. She is learning to drive. Welcome back to the show.
Hi.
We love people who want to drive. This is a car show. We talk about cars. That's what we do. We're going to get into some of your experience learning to drive here in a little bit. But first, Jim has a confession, which is that he has a Mustang.
I do not have a Mustang. All right.
If you caught a bonus of the podcast maybe a week or two ago, you maybe have the inside scoop on this.
Yeah, yeah. Yo, bro, if you're on the pod, you saw the extra.
I'm just trying to get a plug in there.
It's not a Mustang. It's a 70s Toyota Celica, but it does have what is called or considered the old like Eleanor kit, so it does make it look like a little Eleanor Mustang. So I get what you're saying.
So it's a Mustang.
No, it's not a Mustang. It's a Toyota Celica from the 70s, man. It's a first generation Celica. It's a pretty sick car, actually.
This is Celica like Fox body Mustang in Italian or something?
Yeah. Green cell.
Maybe
what
Japanese.
We call it. Yeah. No, it's a four banger of danger. Slower than tar, super fun to drive, extra analog, roll up windows. It's a 70s car. It's great. Cars are like women. Everybody loves them, especially the older stuff, till they got to start paying for things. They start noticing things happening all the time. Fun thing. I was going down Academy, and I had to make the turn on Shelton.
Mm-hmm.
Brake master cylinder goes out randomly as heck. Super fun. E-brake it up, put it down, shift in. Just trying to be like, yep. Is this the time? Is this when it's going to happen?
Is this the end?
Is this my lotto ticket? Is this what happened? Is this the number I pulled? And you're like, oh, and it's all, and you're like, oh, it did stop. That's nice.
Oh, okay. It did
That's
stop.
Nice.
Okay.
70s e-brakes are not like 80s or 90s e-brakes by any means. They are you're wrenching it up and you're like, yep, brake pumping, downshifting, pulling e-braking and going, I don't know what's going to happen.
Something will stop you eventually. It might be like a brick wall. It might be like the back of a semi-truck. Eventually you will stop.
These things do honestly happen and break with old cars. But yes, it is not a Mustang. It's a 70s Celica. yes, I already ordered the part. It's pretty easy to put in. It's just R&R, nickel work, but just waiting for the part to come in and then drive it back up. I wanted to drive it today, but the part was supposed to be here Tuesday, and let's not lie, those things take forever now for some reason. Or you get the wrong part 3 times, or a defective one now, because I don't know what's up with quality.
Oh, no, my favorite thing, I say sarcastically, is when you get a part, you get something in the box, and it turns out it's someone else's old part. They took the new one out, put the old one in, and returned it.
That's disgusting. Gross.
Diabolical.
Blasphemy.
People who do that should be publicly shamed. They should be tarred and feathered. They should be... there's got to be more of a consequence.
Wear the letter
there.
P for parts pirate or something. You're like, what? R.
Oh, man.
To err is human, to pirate is R,
Yeah.
Like, what?
The worst is when you get it and you order something, say, from Rock Auto, and they do what they can to make sure this doesn't happen. But when you have to order it and you can't just go back to the parts store and go, yo, dude, I got an old part in here. What's up with that?
Yo, brah, where's my part at? I'm trying to surf the Rockies,
Surf the Rockies, bruh.
No, it's that thing, though. You know what's been coming through for parts from my old Japanese Toyotas and stuff?
Honestly,
the one auto parts store, and I'm surprised because Advance used to be cool, and no, it's Riley's used to be pretty good, and the not so advanced store used to be good. Not anymore. VatoZone has come through like a champ. I have no idea why, because VatoZone used to always come up shy. You're like, VatoZone ain't working. Now VatoZone's coming back through with like all kinds of stuff. I'm like, what is happening here?
That is interesting.
Yeah.
Generally
They had the Aisin clutch I needed for old Kevin 11, the white A8611 from Japan of mine.
They had that. Was it in store? In stock? Did you have to order it?
Denver, I think. I think it came from Denver or one of the warehouses, but it was close, and they're the only ones that had the Aisin clutch. I was like, what is happening here?
Yeah.
AutoZone's coming through.
So they're up in their game?
I guess.
They're up in the game?
Up in the game, yes. Is that what you kids say now?
Up in the game?
They're up in their game.
Yeah, Loki,
Wow.
and I'm like, Thor, all their lingo is great. I have no idea what's happening.
So you can get decent parts. You're finding better parts at AutoZone.
Yeah.
And
Aisin.
that surprises me. Now,
because Aisin's OEM,
Yeah, it is. It is. I've always been of the mindset that whoever has the part in stock, whatever I need, that's where I go. Whether that's O'Reilly's, whether that's Advance, AutoZone, and I usually use their websites. I'll check it. And usually nothing I need is in stock at any of them. That's usually how it goes.
No, it's not. It's weird. I don't know. And then, but the caveat to all this is that, let's be straight. Aisin now isn't Aisin even 5 years ago.
It is different.
Denso now isn't quite Denso from even 2 years ago, 2 to 5 years ago. A lot of the parts just...
Without putting my tinfoil hat on...
It's like the quality. It's like everything's made on a Friday at 5 p.m. or something.
Without putting my tinfoil hat on, I think it's because a lot of that manufacturing, Bosch does this, Denso does this, has been outsourced now to China. And they have...
China.
China.
I love those guys.
And
I eat their food.
Hey, sesame chicken's not really Chinese food, though. That's like the chimichanga.
I like the noodles, and that's not lie. It's not real Chinese food.
It's like how chimichangas aren't really Mexican food.
No, not at all.
What? I thought they were. But I think it's because a lot of that stuff's getting outsourced to China. I really do. And, and we see a lack of quality control.
Especially the Chinese food's been outsourced to China, too.
Well, that's been outsourced to China for a long time,
those little
actually.
boxes that look like the houses, the Chinese houses.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Chinese food has been outsourced to China for a very long time.
Yes, lots of big trouble in Little China. We're gonna have to make sure.
Interesting story on that. So I needed an intake air temp sensor for my S2000.
Okay.
And for my standalone ECU, and I'm not using the stock Honda setup on it or anything.
All right.
And I bought it. The only one that was going to work, it was a GM sensor. It was going to work with the ECU I had, the standalone. And I go on Amazon and out of stock. Oh, this one's in stock. Prime shipping. Boom. Buy it. Slap it in the car. I drive the car around for about 10 minutes. And then what happens is the intake air temp sensor reading disappears. And I'm like, what? Oh. And so I start messing with it. I'm checking stuff. Finally, I get out a multimeter and I'm checking continuity across the terminals on the sensor.
Okay.
Nothing. The actual sensor itself, the probe, you ever take one of these out? It's got like a little cage and a probe in it.
Yeah.
That failed and went straight into the motor.
I was going to say, did it drop out?
Straight into the motor. And the K24, it ate it. It was fine. And
it's a Cookie Monster. Nom, 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 and you're like, well, at least it didn't break anything.
Well, and if you don't know,
you're part of the oil now, huh?
My heart sank when I saw that, though, because the history with that car, previously, one of the times I've blown up the F20 in that car was when a spark plug electrode snapped off and bounced around at 9,000 RPM.
Oh, nice.
And so I thought, oh my God, it's the same thing again. It's going to be the
just
same.
slamming around in there.
And I was
up.
paranoid enough. Call me paranoid, but it happened once. I pulled apart. I didn't pull the motor apart, but I pulled enough apart that I could do a leak down test.
Okay.
Because I thought, well, maybe it went in and like damaged the valve seat and it would fail a leak down. No, it was fine. The K24 just ate it. Totally ate it.
Just Cookie Monster.
But I do think the Chinese sabotaged my K24. That's what I think.
So what you're saying is go ahead and super glue those little probes in before you put them in the check.
Or in this case, what I did is I had a better solution. I just I put it upstream of the air filter.
Okay,
so
there you go.
So I bought another. In all fairness,
time.
I bought another cheap Chinese one, except I put it in front of the filter instead.
Nice.
So what it probably should have done to begin with.
I don't know, but parts of quality have just not been as good as they used to. Even name brand stuff. I mean, remember when Moog was like great for suspension and stuff?
Oh yeah,
dude. Ball joints, tie rods, all that stuff. Well, it just used to be on point, and then now you get them, and you're like.
Yeah,
man, this thing only lasted me a couple 100 miles, and all of a sudden it was just loosey-goosey and sloppy-woppy, man.
Yeah.
And you're like, how? How did that ball joint go to crap? It's a Moog, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, and that's a fair point. And with that being said, I mean, there's other stuff too, like old school Megan for aftermarket actually used to be pretty good.
All right, until it was super Chinese.
It was never great. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it was never like top tier.
It's a low mid-tier thing is what it was, but it was good for streetable and adjustability and just running if you wanted to get a good stance position and not the camber crap, but like really lining up your car and stiffening it up and just modernizing suspension on some old 80s or 90s stuff. It was all right.
Yeah, absolutely.
I guess kind of the way to do it is like if it's blue Megan, it's Chinese Megan.
It is. And on that old 86 shell that I sold you, there was some older Megan on that, if I remember.
Pink or purple, I believe.
I think it was red at one point, and it got faded in the sun.
Yeah, it's the red stuff.
That's what happened.
When Megan was red and turned to pink, it was okay-ish.
That car just keeps giving back.
Yeah.
I mean, you sold it now, but I took the parts I needed off of it, sold it to you. You took the parts you needed off of it. Now another guy bought it. Yeah, he's going to take the parts he needs off of it.
Most of that suspension's all going to go on the old green Celly, so it's going to modernize it a bit, which will make it a nicer ride in old potholes, weird speed bump. And then if you ever get into those, you ever seen the potholes that are so bad they got the little lump after?
Oh man,
I call those speed holes now.
Well, we get those on.
I don't know what to call them, so I gave them their own term.
You get them on I-25, where where it goes. You know where it goes from asphalt to cement. The cement will be fine, but the asphalt will start to bunch up and curl up at those seams.
It does a hole,
and
it makes its own speed bump. So those are speed holes, just so everybody knows. That's what I call them. I have no idea. We made our own term for them. Those are what speed holes are.
Speed holes, destroyer of wheels.
Down, up, clunk.
And
you're like,
possibly oil pans and subframes and everything. Though, on that note, I have to say, did you drive here to the studio? We're right here off of Woodman and I-25. Did you drive here on Woodman this way?
Which way? From the highway or from
Academy?
From Academy.
From Academy, yeah.
Yeah, terrible.
It's terrible, but they started paving it. They actually started paving, and it's real pavement.
Remember when the potholes over there were it's like asphalt and the pothole was down to concrete?
Yeah.
And you're all, what is this?
Well, and then when the chip seal failed and it basically just turned into a gravel road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. And then you look like you're a drunk driver dodging all the crap.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's I do commend them on that, and somehow they're actually paving it. It's real asphalt. I'd like to see more of
asphalt.
that. I would like to see more of that.
It's not Chinese asphalt. It's real asphalt.
Well, because last time they just basically put some tar down and then laid some gravel on it and said, yeah, that's good for 10 years.
That weird chip seal.
We're going to a break here. Stick with us. You're listening to the Automotive ADHD Show. We'll be right back.
Some call him the Toyota God. Others say he ran for mayor.
Introduce you to the candidates running for mayor. So today it's Jim Miller.
One of your priorities that you've laid out is fixing the roads in Colorado Springs.
Jim Miller.
Mr. Miller, you also have 30 seconds.
That was Jim Miller, just a guy.
All we know is he's just a guy with more cars than friends. Jim Miller is on Automotive ADHD.
So, Jim, I think I think we're setting a bad example with your intro because Just a Daughter is going to want an intro now, too, on the show.
Yeah, but it'll be real shorter. She doesn't have a lot of things going.
Wow. Okay.
Not a lot of experience. You're going to be like, it's Princess, just a daughter. And that's it. It's done.
Whatever. At least I have more friends.
Oh, boo. Shots fired.
But you see, more cars or more friends?
I'm pretty busy with a lot of the car stuff. Actually, we've been putting a lot of stuff together lately. Been pretty occupied with a lot of car stuff and working a lot of bugs out of a lot of car projects, for crying out loud. Which, let's not lie, it's honestly kind of dangerous when you start really thinking about it. You're like, oh, is this going to work? Nope. That whole hub came right off.
Ooh.
Nope. That didn't work for holding that axle on. Those drive shafts, that drive shaft's done. That's not working. Those brakes failed. You're like, this is cool.
This is in the car world. This is what happens. If you turn wrenches, you know all about it. Now, side note, I haven't talked about it much on the show, but I have taken a break from the car projects. Mostly because I ran out of money because I decided to do a building project. I'm building...
But it's for cars.
For cars, yeah.
For automotive needs. It's a business expense, actually. It gives you a whole automotive thing.
It's not big, but I'm building my own 1,000-square-foot shop, which is basically like a 4 or 5 car garage. It's not that big, but it is my own, and I've discovered that, when contractors, they say, oh, anything with contractors is going to be more expensive, right? I was like, yeah, okay, I'll set aside some extra money. No, it's like a lot more expensive.
Well, there's
over
always
budget,
extra
overtime. Not only that, the contractors are working on trenching for the foundation yesterday, and the one of the pieces of equipment failed. They had to go get another one. That one broke. Then they decided, okay, well, anyway, the weekend's now, so we'll come back on Monday. And it's like, oh, man, come on.
It's the weekend. I'll see you next Friday.
Yep.
And you're like, okay.
Yeah, talk about car projects draining you. Building projects. We'll talk about this more on the show, but there is a project that is worth doing, which is getting your driver's license.
Right.
Yeah, and Princess, you are doing that.
Yes, I am.
You are doing that. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 17. I started late.
17 years old, getting your driver's license. So do you have your permit right now?
No, they were doing, when I went to go do my test, it was late, and so they're like, oh, come back this month.
So it's a lot like what I was saying with the contractors, right? With the timing. It's like that with the government and the DMV as well.
Well, the DMV is the government, so yeah. They're just delightfully efficient.
Yeah, so you're getting your permit, and are you excited to start driving?
I am excited.
How many times? How many times did it take you for that test?
He's putting you on the spot here.
Oh, I am.
I failed the test twice, but I won twice, and so when I finally got it, I was like super happy.
Nice. It's worth celebrating. Now, so you're going to get your permit. You're going to start driving. He's teaching you how to drive. And
we did. We have been learning to drive in that old Subaru Baja that runs like garbage.
Nice. Oh, yeah. The thing kept stopping.
Ah.
Look, start them off small. Let them not be too concerned about fancy stuff.
Yep.
The harder it is to deal with, the better they'll learn.
Yep. So, what, Princess, what do you think is the most important part about being able to drive? Especially, you're 17 now. You probably want to go hang out with friends, go to different places. Is the freedom really a big part of that?
Yes, the freedom is a big part of that. Like, so before I started learning how to drive, I would take the city bus, and that took forever to get anywhere, to do anything. And then when you have to relying on somebody else to take you, and like you want to go right now because the fun's happening right now, it's like it just takes forever. And I much prefer to be able to just go.
Yeah.
Whenever I feel.
And plus, you're relying on him, and his cars don't run.
Oh, what the fun? What the fun? My cars do run. I have like a bunch of cars, but I always have like at least 10 of them running and actively ready. All right, it does take time to swap or double check or be like, did I finish this? Because I don't remember where I was at with it. You find tools sitting on it, and you're like, was I working on something in here and forgot and started doing something else? That is a car problem.
Yeah, I have this problem of I have a good reliable car.
Until you touch it or do something.
I have not reliable cars too. And guess which one? Given the choice, given my options,
Unreliable.
Do I drive the reliable one or
Nope.
the unreliable one?
Unreliable fun.
Always the unreliable one because it's more fun that way. Except you might miss a meeting.
But yeah,
or two.
no, when you do the thing later on, you can pull the video because I was showing you how to drive up on trailers. Huh? You've driven a few vehicles on trailers. Absolutely terrifying. Tell him about it.
That is a good skill to have, driving on trailers.
Hey, look, I'm trying to teach her that no matter what, with the car stuff, that honestly, she's not going to rely on some fake know-it-all guy later on. Because she'll be like, I can get my own car on my own trailer. I can patch up my own stuff good enough to get home. Thank you, but no thank you. Because there's that thing where, especially in the automotive car stuff, there'll be some pretendy guy that knows how to fix stuff and doesn't know how to fix anything and makes everything worse and gets girls to like rely and help on him. Oh, look. Oh, no, that's something else. But they broke everything. And you're like, dude. And I don't want her being part of that. I don't know. Is that a honeypot? Is that a trap? I don't know. Whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's some kind of trappy, honeypotty, weird, gimmicky thing with the dude trying to get close to a lady. And I'm like, no. I'm trying to have her really preemptive with all this stuff. But driving up the trailer, pretty good. Almost ran me over only twice. So we're all right.
It has not. No. Because when we were doing Grandma's car, that was terrifying because that car was weirdly sensitive, and you were over there. No more this way, no more that way. You did not do me good. Why would you put me on that?
She's putting you on the spot.
I know, but how
Jen.
many times did you almost run me over?
I braked.
I braked.
You're alive.
Yeah.
She wasn't driving your Celica with no brakes.
Yeah,
so,
you're alive. Nice. I almost ran you over on the trailer because you're trying to make sure I don't drive into the fender on the trailer again.
So, Princess, though, I think he's got some extra motives here, though. And you know why? Because there's times when he needs someone to drive it on the trailer for him. And then he's calls some buddies over and we got to all help and push it on the trailer. See, he's going to have you now helping with that. That's the motive here.
Yeah, we have assembled and put some stuff together on trailers that was just in like 90 pieces pretty quick and efficiently a couple times. There are videos of us doing that. Remember like the 8 cops are there?
Yeah, there were 8 cops watching us. What were we doing? We were putting an axle on that 86?
86 lead. We were putting front suspension, rear suspension so it would roll because it was just a body and a bunch of parts everywhere. So there's 3 of us just...
8,
bam, jacking up, moving things.
You can watch this on the social media on the show. I think it was actually 8 patrol cars. All of CSPD just showed up to watch us.
Like slapped together 11 on a trailer.
I guess it was that entertaining. They were like, look at these guys. We're going to wait for that car to fall off the trailer and then maybe we'll go help them out after that.
Right. Oh, that guy crushed his face. It's fine. It's fine. I'm an officer.
What was it that, it wasn't I'm trying to remember what other car we had that we were putting on a trailer. Didn't have any suspension.
A Cressida. We had a Cressida.
Yeah, and we strapped it onto some cinder blocks in the middle that were on wheel dollies.
Yep.
But just in the middle, so
wood.
the car was like a big seesaw.
It was definitely teeter-totting like no other. No, the main thing for teaching how to get things on and off the trailer is like, I highly suggest this to any other parents or uncles or any aunts, anybody out there that's in the cars teaching the youngers, be like, no, you need to know so if someone does come up and help, you can prevent problems or see if they're fake helping or trying to break stuff or charge you or get you relying on them or some kind of weird bait and switch. Because there's a lot of automotive scammy things and a lot of people that take advantage of people that don't know car stuff. I mean, we went from the era of like, if you have a flat, I'll stop and help you change a flat to where now like people roll up the window and call the cops if you're like trying to help them. You're like, hey, I can change your flat real quick. You don't have to get out. Just pop the trunk and I can put it together real quick and get you back on the road so you're not here on the side of the highway in the heat with the kids, you know?
And it's a sense of self-sufficiency that you learn not only by driving, but also being able to work on your own stuff, load stuff on a trailer, do all of that. So we're going to talk about that and more. And I also have a video clip I'm going to play for you guys that's going to give us some hope for Gen Z. Yeah, that's coming up here. Yeah. After the break, you're listening to the Automotive ADHD show. Stick with us. Don't go anywhere. Hey, Matt West here. And you know, if you are like me, you've been in that situation where you've had your car stolen. Nothing makes your heart sink faster than going out to the driveway and seeing that your car is not there. And you sit there wondering, what do you do about it? And a lot of times, you really can't do a whole lot about it. But that's where one of my favorite tools comes into play. SpyTech GPS, and you can get a discount on your SpyTech GPS with my promo code AutoADHD15. And, you know, they have got a number of great models because this really gives you control of how you can react in a situation where your car has been stolen. And car theft is nuts in this country, especially here in my home state of Colorado. And this can really be the difference between getting your car back and having it go off to Mexico or wherever. Who knows where, right? Now, if you go to spytech.com, by the way, that's SpyTech, tech spelled T-E-C. You can check out all of their products. I've got the Atlas GPS tracker. It's really great because it's got a built-in battery, and you can also hardwire it into your car. And then it has this built-in battery that can act as a redundancy if the car thieves disconnect the battery. Really great product. They have a lot of other ones too, different models, bigger models. If you want to track a trailer or something that doesn't have power long-term, they've got a model that can track up to 12 months between you recharging it. Very good stuff. Check it out, spytech.com. Use my promo code AutoADHD15 and get a discount on protecting your car.
Fantastic car, sir. Care for a test drive now?
Toyota!
I like how she was looking at him. She's like, "Oh, did you just pull that e-brake?
Yeah.
Sexy e-brake puller, you."
You probably couldn't see it on the screen here because that feed's tiny on this screen. But there was like a thing when it went over the bridge and the jump, and it's like the road. Oh, you saw it there on the stream? Yeah, it's like the Road and Safety Council recommends you drive safely.
But he's all jumping over it. It's just like a little, little gradient.
Oh man. Anyway,
go Toyota.
You're listening to the Automotive ADHD Show. I'm Matt West. Joining me across the board, Jim Miller, just a guy, with Princess, just a daughter. We got the just a family here is what we've got. And we're talking about learning to drive. And before the break, we were talking about a little bit of the freedom that gives you as well. But I assume, all right, I'm gonna roll a clip here, and I want you to tell me. You'll hear it. I want you to tell me if this rings true. Let's hit this clip right now.
Since 2020, less than 2% of all new car sales in the United States are stick shifts. But like bell-bottoms, flip phones, and vinyl records, old classics often find their way to young hands.
You do feel like you're a race car driver just moving that shift around. So.
Although stick sales have been declining over the years, the car market saw small bumps in both 2023 and 2025 with interested Gen Zers who say they're tired of feeling distracted while they drive.
I think that this is a skill that everybody should have, not only because it's something to have just in case, but also make you a better driver in general.
So, Princess, you are Gen Z, is that correct?
Yes.
Is he teaching you how to drive a stick shift?
Not yet.
Not yet,
but soon.
Not yet, soon. Okay. So that comes from the Today Show. I was surprised to see that report from the Today Show. And they were talking about how Gen Zers are wanting to drive stick shifts more than ever now, which I think actually gives us a shred of hope for your generation as well as Rice Cake's generation over there. I mean, Fiddler. Yeah.
Who plays the guitar and not the fiddle.
Who plays the guitar and not the fiddle. And tell me a little bit about that. Do you want to learn to drive a stick shift? Is that really something you want to do?
Yes, I do. I do want to learn how to drive a stick shift. I actually asked him when we were first starting out if that was something that we could do. And so he just said a little bit later. I'm
going to make sure I have a car that the clutch is already roasted on.
Oh, wow. Thanks.
Yeah, I got one in right now that needs to be redone. So I'm like, okay, cool. It'll be that.
Nice.
We're going to do that. You might as well pick the one that's already got the worst clutch in it. The worst things are, and they learn with it, when they have the good, easy stuff, they're like, oh, this is so much easier. You're like, yes.
It's so much smoother.
So much smoother? Yeah, well, see, the problem is you don't want to pick a car that's got too roasted of a clutch.
I know, but I got a couple where I need to go ahead and do them. So I'm like, all right, these will be the ones. This will be what I'm going to do it with, and it's fine. We'll just go ahead and run with that. And then I'm not going to be fretting on, like, extra repairs or extra damages or be like, yep, that's all clutch is toast.
So what do you think is the best car to learn in then? Here's that question.
Okay, so I learned on an old 3 on the tree 62, 63 Chevy C20 service truck with a toolbox, which it was like doing like 50 leg days to even push that clutch in. That thing was terrible. And it's on the tree, and you're like, okay, and nobody knows what that is anymore. But I would say it's probably, if I had to like pick something, I'm honestly going to probably let her learn on the Tacoma.
The Tacoma, okay.
Or one of the little old Toyota pickups. I think a little small truck is better because the transmission's a little stouter because they're made for work and hauling. A small pickup, I would say some small pickup is probably from the 80s or 90s is probably the most optimal or early 2000s. Because you do it and you're like, all right, the transmission's a manual. It's made for work. It's made to be kind of clunked around and abused a bit. So it's not going to be so bad if they, pop the clutch wrong or burn up a little bit of it. You're going to be like, no, everything's fine. The rear end's built for it. The drive shaft's built for it. The chassis built for it. That's what I would recommend. So that's why I'm like one of the old Toyota pickups or one of the old Tacomas. Just let her rip wear and tear on that. And you're like, oh no, she wrecked into a thing with one of the little work trucks. Oh, it's broken. You're like, no, it's not.
So now here's the thing. I'm going to put you both on the spot. So that's what you think the spot. What you think is the best car to learn in. Princess, what do you want to drive?
To learn?
To learn, or maybe even let's broaden it a bit. What would you want to drive after you get your license?
Oh, you're asking her what car of mine she wants?
Yeah, she's probably got dibs. I think she's probably got. She's first in line.
Yeah, she has some dibs.
Yeah,
the one on our shirts.
Oh.
I love this car.
The A86.
Yeah, the A86. I love that car ever since I was little.
That's awesome. That just makes you.
All right.
See, there you go. There you go. That has renewed my faith in the Gen Z generation as a whole. All of them, in fact.
Okay,
You've renewed it that much.
But I have Jim as a father, so.
Yeah. So you're like an honorary millennial then. Kind of like that.
Perhaps.
I don't know if that's actually that may not actually be a compliment. Because for a while we were making fun of millennials.
How am I supposed to surf the Rockies like that, bro?
But that is a fun car. The A86 is a great car. We're here in the Salem radio studios, not in my garage studio, mostly because it's being built now, a new one. But I do have the little 86 here. I love these cars. It was funny. I think when I met Jim Miller, I don't think you drove your 86, but he was like, yeah, I like cars. I'm like, yeah, I got this trusty Corolla 86. And then he's like, oh, yeah, I got a bunch of those.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay.
Fine, then. Yeah. You're all mad. You're like, remember everybody would get mad at us coming here and work because me and you just be talking about cars. Like, you got other work to do, Jim. And I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, hold on. You guys are being too loud talking about all them cars. And we're like, yeah, but no, we're good.
See,
you guys are being too quiet.
But now we got these microphones. We got this transmitter.
It feels like Talladega Nights.
Yeah.
Right? He's like, what do you say when they're playing with Hot Wheels? Who's retarded and stupid now playing with Hot Wheels in class? And he's out there racing cars. And they're like, yeah, shake and bake.
There we go.
Remember that?
Yeah.
I forgot. Because he's all, yeah, we used to play with Hot Wheels, a little flashback thing.
The only thing we're missing is both of us having two first names.
Right.
You got to have two first names if you're into that.
Yeah. No, it's good.
But no, so Prince says with the 86, what do you like about it? What do you like about it?
Well, when I was younger, I used to watch the anime,
Initial
D anime. And from then I just fell in love with it. I don't have like specific reasons, but I don't know. I like the design of the car.
Mm-hmm.
I like everything about it, pretty much.
It's really different than any car out there on the road now. I mean, generally stuff from the 80s is like that. It's different than
I'll be honest,
modern stuff.
They're pretty, as far as the popularity and the trend, they're pretty overrated, but they're also very underrated at the same time. And they're well balanced. They're good, easy to whip around and just drive. And you've got to drive them.
Yes. Yeah. Well, hey, good luck on your driving test. Keep it up. And I'm so glad that you're learning to drive a stick, and you want an 86. That makes me happy. That should renew our faith in Gen Z as a whole right there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. This is the Automotive ADHD Show. We'll talk to you next week.